before we bring this up, we should, I guess, prep the audience. So Hasan Piker is a content creator on Twitch who advocates for socialism, communism, stuff along those lines. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe one of you guys can correct me because I'm only like vaguely familiar with his stances. He recently purchased a $3 million house, I believe, which would kind of go against his values. So that's kind of what's going on right here.
This kind of, I talked about this a little bit on the Friday RFC roundup that I posted, but yeah, I just want to point out right here, the thing that makes this interesting, right, is all the people on Twitter that were just immediately rushing to defend him. Like everybody kept saying, oh, y'all are mad because Hasan bought a house. He didn't buy a house, you fucking, like a $2.7 million mansion, like that's not a house.
I love the part too, where like when they're defending him, they will always say, oh, he bought a house. I guess socialism is when you buy, you're not socialist when you buy a house.
Socialism is no home. It's like, no.
It's like, yeah, you're missing the $2.9 million aspect of it. That's what people are like, I think people have estimated that he makes like about $150,000 a year. So probably around $1 million or so a year before taxes, I think. So people are just sort of like, this is kind of weird. Hasan is in the 1%.
Yeah, easily. There's no way he's not. I'm sure he's been in the 1% for years now. Yeah, there's no way. I mean, he worked for TYT even before his Twitch career. Hasan had connections in the industry. He was doing shit, so there's no way he wasn't. Look at this right here. Hasan calls himself a socialist, but just bought a house, you know, just mocking the situation or something. It's like, yeah, that's a house, all right? Not what Hasan bought, you fucking idiots. The issue with Hasan is not that he owns a $2 million home. It's because he has done literally nothing for his community and houseless people, yet continues to make massive passive income from leftist ideologies. Yeah, I mean, there you go.
Hasan could live extremely comfortable. He could buy a very like decent sized house and live extremely comfortably while at the same time donating like the lion's share of all the money that he makes to like further causes or to charity or stuff like that. He's bougie. He's super bougie.
And in my opinion, there's nothing wrong with like what Hasan is doing, but what makes it hypocritical is like Hasan would probably criticize someone else for what Hasan is doing right now, right? Because it's like playing into capitalism fully. So I'm fine with playing into capitalism. I think get your bag, do whatever you want with your money, it's all good. But obviously, you know, Hasan doesn't have the same views, so it's kind of like ironic that he's doing this, right?
See guys, the doors open both ways.
Yes, and there are glass doors, which is absolutely horrible for audio quality.
Dude, this is like unimaginable wealth, dude. How the fuck do people make this much money? $2.9 million near Las Vegas, dude. Oh my fucking lord, dude! You can buy a fucking castle in Las Vegas.
I have to put up a wall of audio foam. And oh, by the way, this is my setup.
It's only 200K more than his house, and this was uploaded like a month ago. I too fight for justice by angrily tweeting about a man who worked hard and bought a home at the broken market price for a major city to live in with his parents. This is how we win, comrades. So he says, I think defending him is just as dumb as believing he was anything other than a Twitch grifter the entire time. The guy's entire vibe has always exuded bad faith, performative leftism. That's entirely true, by the way. Brianna Wu, it's not bad faith. He's one of our top 5 best Fuck off, dude.
You imagine saying that and not wanting to fucking eat a bullet?
Hasan is literally one of the shittiest commentators. He has no fucking substance. I'm not just saying that because like, oh, Hasan annoying or I don't agree with his points or whatever. Objectively, his substance or lack thereof to his content, like he's nothing. Hasan is literally just like, if you took all of Twitter and formed it into like a political commentator, you would get Hasan. No substance. He barely has anything interesting or substantive to say or something. Like, I think even Vosh at least has something to say at the end of the day or something. And
Vosh defended him too, along the same lines.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's like, even with a guy like Vosh, you can have like a debate with him or something, right? Like, Hasan doesn't do debates because he just has like nothing to say. He just kind of sits there. Like, have you guys ever tuned into a Hasan stream or watched a Hasan video or something? I'll watch his videos from time to time because I'll just see them on my feed. I'll throw them on and it's just like, now they both suck. I mean, yeah, I agree, but it's like, I'm just saying, like Vosh, I feel like is somebody that you can like, you know, he has something to say at the end of the day. I still think Vosh is a little bit dishonest because he's come out and said stuff like, you know, I don't really believe in what's right. I just believe in what pushes my political agenda and stuff. Like, he said some other weird stuff. His takes on the Rittenhouse thing were completely asinine, but even still, you can sort of like string him along and have like a conversation with him. Hasan, it's just he's just cardboard.
The really dirty shit was because I was watching the Prime K's stuff and like all the things. So I watched Vosh's coverage of it, and it's really fucking gross because he essentially basically lays it out in a way where it doesn't matter which way the drama goes. He could always say it's like, well, this was my take the entire time. He like sets it up where he doesn't have like a hard stance, but at the same time kind of like makes it seem as if he did take a hard stance. I think it's mostly just due to the fact that he didn't want to end up agreeing with Destiny, but like, Hasan, for all of his faults, I think Hasan realizes that when it comes to like live debate content, he's absolutely dog shit at it, and that's the reason why he doesn't do that anymore. But
he's one of those guys. He started as like a socialist commentator on Twitch, and he kind of just become more of like a celebrity now. Politics for Hasan, I feel like, is like the quirky thing that makes him like different from XQC. It's like, oh, he's like XQC, but he's a little socialist dude or something. You know what I mean? He's not at all serious, I don't think, about anything he says, and I do think he's a grifter. I don't think he really gives
Hasan
much of a
genuinely
shit.
believes what he says. I think Hasan's just too stupid to like really think about it too much.
Well, my understanding is that the property owners who have properties there choose just not to rent it at all.
Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. Murder those motherfuckers in the street. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude. Oh my god, in a video game, of course.
NFL
Holy
streets,
shit.
right?
Holy fucking shit, dude.
I really hope Hasan rents out his property to people who need houses, or else he might be forced to live his principles. Although that would be preferable too, to be honest.
In Minecraft.
Yeah,
Classic
in the middle of the
Hasan.
street.
Let's kill property owners, murder those motherfuckers, let the streets soak in their red capitalist blood. That is, yeah, I don't know. This guy's a grifter. This guy has to be. I don't know. Dude, like, he would never say something like this now because it's way too extreme. Like, back then, he would say something like, well, I mean, he did, but nowadays, no, I don't know. That's funny,
When he was
though.
getting big, he would like fucking threaten to dox people. I don't know, like, how he keeps getting away with
He did have his
shit on
America
Twitch.
9/11 moment, yeah. Well, he didn't say anything about Israel, so they didn't kick him off.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Something related to this Hasan thing is, I think Keemstar made a Twitter video. I didn't watch it yet, but it's called "Stupid Twitch Politicians." I think he's talking about Hasan, and Hasan replied to him and ratioed him by like 10 times over. So.
Fuck. What did Keemstar say? Well, let's take a listen. I'm curious.
I hate talking about politics because, like, literally people are like, okay, what's the, whose team are you on? Oh, you're on that team? Okay, I'm on this team. Like, literally no one even uses their brain. There's no critical thinking happening anymore. But anyhow, there was a story that I was going to cover in Drama today.
That's completely true.
I said, nah, I'm not gonna cover it. I don't want to cover the politics. But basically, Hasan Piker is like a socialist and equal pay for everyone, or a communist. Everyone should have the same amount of money, like, you know, steal from the rich, give to the poor type of shit. And people found out that he's been wildly successful. He's a multimillionaire. He bought a fucking huge mansion. And people are like, wait a minute, what happened to that give all your money to the poor type of thing? And so he's getting criticism over that. And I see another YouTuber coming out and defending him, saying, hey, I think you could be wildly successful and still fight for equal rights.
That was Ethan.
Just give your money away. Literally, like, give your money away. Like, actions speak louder than words. If everyone should have the same amount of fucking money, empty out your bank account, sell the fucking mansion, and give a bunch of poor people.
Keem, you don't realize, dude, we live in a society, all right? We live in a capitalist society, so we have to abide by that, all right? There's nothing inherently hypocritical about preaching socialist views, but partaking in a capitalist,
People your fucking money. Prove it. Prove you really feel this way. I mean, Hasan Piker is a fucking idiot, and he's counting on other idiots to fucking feed the bullshit that he's like spewing out. It's so insane. Actions speak louder than words. Every time I criticize this dude, he responds to me on Twitter by saying ratio. Like, he's actually an idiot. Like, no counterpoints, idiot.
Boy, I wonder what he responded.
I wonder what he responded with. Let's see.
You fell off plus your girlfriend closer to your daughter in age plus ratio.
Wait, do you think he's saying ratio because he watched the entire video or because he didn't watch the entire
No, he said
Because
ratio because he has
video.
nothing. He has nothing to say. I can't stress this enough, guys. I've been tweeting about this guy like a lot in the past week because like it just like is insane to me how this guy amasses such a large audience but says like I could literally become a Twitch lefty right now with my bare ass knowledge of politics. I could probably do it because all I have to say is what's the popular thing. Dude, I was listening to Hasan on stream the other day and he was reporting about this guy who got COVID, who was a anti-vaxxer, I believe, anti-masker, who got COVID and died, all right? And Hasan was going on there being like, fuck that motherfucker. Yeah, he died. That's what you get, bitch. And then his chat was like, yo, hey, you want to slow it down a little bit? You know, that's kind of not a good idea to, you know, just openly like jerk off to people's deaths and shit. He's like, no, I'm sick and tired of this shit, all right? If you're not going to take the vaccine, you get what you do. And it's just like, okay, so he's literally just going on stream, just like jerking off to people's deaths and shit. I can think of a lot of other situations where that was a bad thing to do, but when Hasan does it, it's okay. So, you know, he'll say that shit and somehow he'll be fine on Twitch, even though he's literally, like, I can't stress how sick enough, and I hate when the right does it too. This isn't just a political thing. I really do not like celebrating death. I mean, I just do not.
I don't like it at all.
I think it's something everybody should be principally opposed to. I mean, yeah, it's just...
The only time where it's like, I guess okay to celebrate death is like if we're in World War II and Hitler dies, you know? Like something like super extreme.
Yeah, I can, like, if somebody like murdered your family member dies or something, or somebody rapes you dies, you're like, yeah, okay, I guess.
Or like a pedo dies or something.
Even then though, like, it's still, like, I feel like your attitude to death should always be, especially if it's somebody you don't like, should just be like, you know, that's kind of tragic, you know, it's sad that they were the way they were, you know, wonder what they could have been, that type of thing. I don't know. But you know,
there's some extreme circumstances where I think it's like, okay, well, if there's a pedo and they did something to like your family member or you or whatever, and then they die, like,
oh yeah,
if you're like happy about that or whatever, or like you know, Hitler dies and
I'm just saying that's the extent. That's the extent of his coverage. Is he goes on stream, he says America deserves 9/11. He says, you know, this kid that died of COVID was anti-vax, so he deserved it. It's just sick. I mean, this guy is just not a good person. These people that surround themselves in just constant incestuous misery. I mean, it's not good. It's not good for the mind, the soul. I'm not trying to get too preachy on here. I'm just saying.
It's good for the wallet, though.
Talking about Hasan just reminds me of like that shit that he'll do on stream, and I'm just like, this guy's garbage. This guy's garbage. But what are you gonna do about it?
Didn't like a right-wing politician person die and like everyone was like happy about it like a year ago or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
it always happens, like, you know, especially now with the whole stuff. And I mean, like, I don't know. It's just it's sick. It's gross. But what are you gonna do about it other than cope?
Not be a sociopath.
True.
RFC After Hours is a live trending issues and entertainment broadcast with co-host Boblax, broadcasted every weekday, Monday through Friday, starting at 6:30 p.m. Central. The show is for entertainment purposes only. All chat messages and donations read are the words of the original messenger, and certain viewpoints expressed do not reflect that of myself or Boblax.